Peace, gang. We got to say, it's me and Luca Comet, aka Compananzi. We got to say after watching this video, me beginning to doubt seriously in the whole flat earth thing. Maybe we are really indeed on a ball. Maybe that is really a globe. No, I'm joking. A clever man must say, once a flat earth, always a flat earth. There are ways to explain this. There are surely ways to explain this. Me know that for sure. Me not gonna do it alone, but me got to say, this is really clever made. And me also certain, almost certain, that this thing can only be made by those people of the deceivers of NASA. Remember, they got the most amount of money, they got the means, they got the ways. But me gonna debunk this, not me. We gonna do this together. Let's listen to Rob Skimmer.
Storehouses of the deep, so to speak. We see in 1 Samuel 2:8. I've got this kind of subdued imagery here, kind of looking like X-ray vision. I've got sort of this X-ray vision view here, looking in, so you can see the pillars of the earth there. Because we see in 1 Samuel 2:8. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. The Lord set on pillars. You will also note in the cutaway, I have depicted the pillars of the earth. I have created them with essentially shock absorbers at the top.
Wait. For we coming from a scriptural point of view, we got to think about this. The earth hangs on nothing. Why should it need pillars? That's one food for thought. Because me coming from a scriptural view, remember, me only from scriptures, me not so scientific as you all people. Almost all of you are PhDs in but Yah has his ways to make even the simple wise. But why, if the earth hangeth on nothing, why should it need pillars? Yes.
This would certainly allow for the earth to be shaken up as needed in Yahuwah's wrath, but yet still remain firm as a whole. Because there are scriptures that talk about the earth being moved to and fro like a drunkard. And scriptures like this right here, Job 9, 1-6, beginning of verse 1, it says, Then Job answered and said, I know it is so of a truth, but how should man be just with God? If he will contend with him, he cannot answer him 1 of 1,000. He is wise in heart and mighty in strength. Who hath hardened himself against him and hath prospered? Which removeth the mountains, and they know not, which overturneth them in his anger, which shaketh the earth out of her place, and the pillars thereof tremble. So, if you can imagine the earth being kind of shook up a little bit with sort of like these shock absorber things. Another example right here. That would give the opportunity. I mean, maybe that's how the earth. I'm just kind of looking at this right now and wondering if this has a slow cycle of a minor sway to it. One of the ends kind of goes up and down slowly. That may explain the tides, maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing, just kind of winging it here, just kind of thinking out loud. But something like this would certainly allow for the earth to remain firm on its pillars, but still have the ability to shake it up from time to time as needed.
Me think you're very right. Brother. But continue.
With the floor of heaven and containing walls removed, we see the earth standing in the water and out of the water, as Peter described, set atop pillars, firm and unmovable. Again, this is all speculation, but it is at least putting a visual together for me of the things I've been reading in the canonized and biblically endorsed texture book of the text.
Okay. Let's go again to scriptures. Saint Job. We must consider this verse. That it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it. Talking about the ends of the earth. It, standing for the earth, turned as a clay to the seal. What does that mean? A seal does press something down. Yes, don't it? A seal does press something down. But it's also talking about the sun. Okay? So, saying that, we got to show you that this is what I think about it.
There is a little truth in what he says in the movement. Now, me coming from a scriptural point of view, the earth does not move. But you see, it doesn't move from its place. But I believe that the earth does this move when the sun is moving over. And the reason why we don't, because remember, we are on a plateau. We should see the sun. This was the first problem I encountered when I came to Bible. Why don't we see the sun always? This is why, because when the sun is shining on this side, the other side is above the horizon, so the sun does not shine over there. And then to create the summer, it goes into the little circle.
So, my message to the assholes of the NASA, want to tell you, good try. A very, very good try. But instead of doing these foolish things, yes, get out of it. Get out of those lies. You've been fooling the people for so long. You assholes. Me out. Peace be with you all.